voice of the Central New York sports fan, The Score, 1260. Welcome to your home for local sports in Syracuse. Outside the Box Score with Mark Rowlands starts right now.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Outside the Box Score with me, Mark Rowlands, your home for local sports in Syracuse, right here on the Score 1260. Not a solo show today. Josh Boeheim is back.
Yeah, that's right.
Was going to play in a golf tournament last week, and it got canceled, and you still didn't show up for the show.
Wow, it was administrative tasks and duties took me over. I was in a car about this time last week.
So how'd the tournament go last Friday?
Well, you know, a lot of people ask about the tournament. It's very fun. People like the tournament. This tournament is not one of those let's shoot low tournaments, you know?
No, you guys have fun.
Yeah, and then, you know, some of the guys get mad at ourselves because, you know, we're an embarrassment on the golf course. And that's okay. I mean, to be honest with you, they gave the pro at this course ended up giving out free lessons to the worst foursome, who we beat by 13 strokes. Let it be known. This guy, they finished 14 over. Now, I know you're doing some math.
Wait, you guys were one over par?
We bogeyed the last 3 holes because we were so inebriated. And, you know, there were some fights, internal fights, damaging of the golf carts.
No.
Buddy.
No, what'd you guys do?
Well, you know, again, I was just doing shots. People were doing shots and drinking as well along with it. I was trying to ease into it back from the fog and the concussion. So I was like, I'll take it easy. So I was having a good time, but then, you know, we're coming back around the turn the second time. We got 5 holes left to play. And the group in front of us is parked at the clubhouse. So I'm like, oh, okay, I'll roll up. You know, I'm going slow, roll up behind him, kind of see what's going on.
Oh, Kyle. Yeah, I've met their professional before. Kyle Siegel, very nice guy.
You seem like a nice guy. And we pull up behind him, and then our partner, Austin, driving, rams us right at the clubhouse, rams us, sandbox, knocks off the cart, and he's like, I barely touched you. I instantly go, what the are you doing? And, like, it's a big scene. People are looking. This guy's like, hey, just go ahead if you guys don't want to wait. I'm like, I don't mind waiting. I was pulling up to wait. I got some jerk behind me. What is happening? And then he's going, this guy just slams on his brakes anywhere, just trolling me in front of there's a scene. I'm like, I hate the scene. We're bickering for the next 3 holes. Junior tries to get on top of our golf cart at one point, then puts a dent in the front hood. And then he's like, how do I get this dent out? I'll punch it out. So there's a massive dent, which we then had to, I mean, there was damages. We had to fix some things there. And all of this is me just going, can we just finish the round? Can we just get off of this course, please?
As a PGA associate myself, I would like to apologize to Kyle and all the wonderful people at Beaver Meadows.
All the carts were fine.
For the damages caused by my friend and co-host.
Try and come at me. They were all fine.
That's a tough one.
It was just a nightmare. It's like I said, we just got hammered, and by the end of it, I mean, we're literally struggling to even make pars.
I mean, one over, and we had a bad track record in scrambles. We played together for a while.
We would break par.
Yeah, we would break par. Well, actually, the first 2 scrambles we played together, we shot even. And then, but we broke that at Pine Grove last year.
That's
and
right.
we shot like 6 or 7 under.
That's good for us.
Yeah, that's good for us. And to hear that you guys struggled to break par,
I mean, let's be honest,
hurts my heart.
The first 9, we had 3 birdies on it. I think every birdie opportunity we had, we made birdie.
Yeah.
We just don't get on the green.
Yeah.
Ever. Ever. We're terrible golfers. And even my run-ups weren't just getting on. I'd be off still slightly, and our chipping was off. Like, we're just bad, right?
Yeah.
We're just not good.
Not a great group of
And we came in with a lot of hype.
Yeah.
We came in with a lot of hype. Austin was our mutt. He hadn't played at all this year.
Yep.
We're like, okay, we expect him to be
Did he go 7-iron?
No, actually, I threw that out there, and he was like, oh, you think I'm just useless for this team? Okay, I'm taking driver every time, which he was fine. He played well.
When he connects with a driver, Austin is one of the furthest drivers of the golf ball I know.
Me, him, and Junior all pretty reasonably on who took our shot.
Yeah.
Like, we all mix it up pretty well. Dan came in breaking 90 for the first time. He just shot under 90 at what he would consider his home course in Rochester.
Yep.
And he's very excited, told us very good things. His wedges were great. Dan was useless. Dan had the moment of the tournament, though, Mark, and I know I'm really milking this, but moment of the tournament.
Yeah.
We've now seen this cart girl. When the cart girl pulls up to me at a tournament, I tell her one thing. I say, every time I see you, we're doing shots.
Yep.
So we've now seen her for the third or fourth time. We're about to end our round, and she's sticking around. I go, we've all hit, but Dan. And I go, wait, hey, just watch it. You're going to want to watch this guy. He's a stick. You're going to want to watch him. And Dan literally looked back to us like, "Are you kidding me? Are you serious?" I'm like, "Dan, show the woman, show the
nice lady."
She watches him. Dan proceeds. Now we're in the rough. We're on the left side of the fairway. Yeah. Pretty easy shot though. Just get around the tree. Dan proceeds to shank this one about 15 feet to the left. She starts laughing her ass off and drives away. And then he, in a bit of rage, drops another ball. Same shot. That was the highlight of my tournament.
Oh God, Dan, I love you, but that's funny.
He was terrible. Junior also came in going, I had a great round. I'm the putter. I'm putting fourth. Didn't make a putt. Now, mind you, we needed him every hole to make putt. Pretty pathetic.
Listen, I'm sorry. If Junior's your anchor on the putting green, then there's a problem. Who went first? Austin?
Austin, then me.
Yep.
And then Dan, then Junior. But the bad thing is Austin's a great first guy. He has a great intuition for it.
No, he is a really good first putter in a scramble.
And I'm a good follow guy because if you tell me something, I can do.
Yeah.
Junior and Dan take no action. Well, they're just all intuition too. You're like, read. No, we're giving you a read. You gotta shoot it like we're saying.
Dan in a scramble is funny because well, I'll be like, because we scrambled together when we went down to Florida. It was I think the day you took off. It was Austin, Dan, Junior, and I.
Yes.
Played at Falcons Fire without you and
yes.
Without Adam. And Dan's funny in a scramble because not that I'm a great player or anything, but I'm pretty easily the best golfer out of our group.
Yeah, I'd say so.
And I'd be like, all right, Dan, it's like, I'd say like cup and a half out right. And he's like, no, I'm seeing it go right. I'm like, no, Dan, it's a cup and a half out right. He's like, I'm going to put it left edge. And then it breaks a foot and a half to the left. I'm like,
what are you doing?
What are you doing?
We just did the first time we played, I think the first couple holes, we realized that his barometer for ball length outside or cup length is just wildly off. Like if you told him like it's a ball outside, in his mind, it's like a cup or something like he doesn't understand the varying thing. It just, you can't talk to this guy. He should not be putting anywhere on a scramble. Just give Austin 2 shots or something.
Well, no, give him the first one.
Yeah, because he'll out of the way.
He'll just do his own thing, and then it's like, all right, Austin.
He was our mutt for years. He's been our mutt. That's what we call the first guy because he's useless. But at least, hopefully, he gives us a read. But then sometimes, he's trying to make the putt too much, so he's not even hitting it there, and we're like, dude, you gotta, you can blow it past. Just give us something.
Yeah.
They're all fun. We got hosed. We didn't make any money.
Yeah.
Junior won a raffle.
Hey, what'd he win?
He won a brand new Mick Ultra bag.
Golf bag?
Yes.
That's sick.
Pretty sick. He was very excited.
Yeah. He needed a new golf bag too. His bag was kind of ratty, wasn't it?
Yeah. So he's like instant gonna pop it in.
Yeah.
It's one of the 6-hole ones, so it's not great. But he's like,
it's a stand bag, whatever.
Yeah. So he's excited about that.
Jim asked, would Mark have been putting fourth? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I am our anchor when we scramble together. My game, it's back.
You're back. Wow.
I think I'm back.
Did you tell him about our round last week?
No. Josh and I did play last week, and I played absolutely atrocious.
I broke 100.
You did break 100. That's the only thing I can say about my round too. Is that I broke 100. But when that round made me do some soul searching. I haven't played like at my home course.
Yeah.
I brought you out to lovely Bellevue Country Club.
Fantastic.
And we had a great day.
Thanks to the staff there for letting me out.
Yep. Shout out the professional staff for making that happen. Jim said Josh just brings Mark down to his game. Yes, that's what happens.
I'd like to say that I'm like a cancer to Mark's game.
It's whenever Josh and I play together, I never play well.
Yeah, Jim. I mean, he's the guy. I see the scorecards, 82, 81. And
Yeah.
I play with him, and he's struggling to break 90. And it's just, it's hard to believe sometimes, Jim. No.
I was going to say, but you've also seen me shoot really good rounds.
I have.
And I do some soul searching. After that round, I was hitting the range. My iron play was just atrocious. Irons are back. The game's back. I played 36 at Bellevue this Thursday.
Yes.
And first one, okay. Shot 85, I think. Second one, I didn't keep score on the back nine because I ended up picking up one of the members who was out walking, and we were he was hitting 2 balls. We were just sort of, joking around. And but on the front, I shot 39. So the game's back. I was playing with, I played with members. This wasn't like solo round or anything.
Sure.
I was playing with a couple of members, and I shot 39 on the front. I'm back.
Well, I mean, and a lot of people are talking about my 99 still. And it was with shoes on and rental clubs.
Yeah, I mean, sneakers and rental clubs at a very difficult course.
Yeah.
We played the tips.
We did.
Tips aren't very long. They're 6,400 yards, but it plays longer than that. I will say the tips there play probably 6,650, 6,700.
And I go right from that into a pretty mediocre tournament play for me.
It was the day before the tournament.
Yeah.
But my dad was there, and he said, Josh, just try to break 100, and you did. You shot 99 that with a 3-putt bogey on 3.
Yeah, 4-putt.
Or 4-putt double.
Yes.
Yep. From 15 feet.
Yeah. Yep. That green got me.
Yep.
Start 10 with a 9. That's 4 over on that hole.
Yeah.
By the way. Or sorry, 5 over on that hole. Yeah.
On
9. 9's a par 4.
Yeah, 9's a par 4.
Yeah, so I shoot 5 over on the first hole at 9, and then I proceed to go par, birdie, par.
Yeah.
With probably the best 4
on
holes.
10 you got a
10,
9.
sorry,
so that's a par 5.
Okay,
so
yeah,
you took a quad,
Yeah,
and then you take a quad, and then you're 2 under for a 4-hole stretch. Just, I mean, you 12, you make an absolute bomb.
Yes.
Like 35-footer, huge break right to left.
They heard me at the clubhouse.
Yeah, huge bomb on 12, and then stick one on a 195-yard par 3 to 6 feet and make the putt. I also stuck one to 8 feet. I just didn't make the putt. And then par 14, which is the signature hole and on the course, and not an easy hole by any means.
It's a hell of a hole.
If I remember correctly, a good up and down. You were short of the green, and then stuck one tight and made the putt. So then 15 got us both.
Well, yeah, I mean, we moved on after that. I mean, that's I broke 9. I had my signature stretch, and I was ready to call it.
Yeah, you were ready to walk off the course after the 14th hole. You're
It wasn't getting better.
Yeah,
it wasn't getting any better.
BS. So Josh did break 99 or did break 100, and so did I.
Mm-hmm.
I think 94, I think, was what I shot. It was bad. Jim said, I'm wondering if Beaver Meadows will actually let Josh come back after the equipment.
I didn't do a thing with it. I have some people in my foursome maybe, but I'd gladly talk to Siegel or whoever. I mean, I'll talk it through. Sometimes you get a little flat. I mean, this is the insurance you get when you bring on a tournament like this. They're handing out free fireball shots before the thing. They got complimentary kegs. I mean, they know what type of brand they're bringing in.
They know. We just had a huge tournament this past week on Monday. People probably saw the Syracuse football NIL tournament was at our place, Bellevue Country Club, on Monday. Raised $2 million for Syracuse NIL, which is pretty cool. And it was 192 players.
192?
Yeah. Double shotgun. 7:30 shotgun and a 1 o'clock shotgun.
Let's go get Pena back.
$2
million.
That's the money.
Coach.
We got the $2 million.
Was Fran there?
Yeah, coach was there.
Nice.
A bunch of recruits were there. There's this one kid. I always forget his last name. I'll get it up right now. because there's this one kid who is, Byron Washington.
Okay.
He's a freshman. He is the largest human being I've ever seen. He's listed at 6'7", 380. There's no way that guy's 380 pounds.
You think he's a little bit heavier?
That dude is 400 pounds. He is the largest human being I've ever seen.
You got tape on this guy?
It was unbelievable watching this guy. And
was he playing?
No.
Oh.
Just a bunch of the freshmen and transfers came in. And
gotcha.
There were probably 20 players there. And with Coach Fran and some of the other coaches, a couple of the coaches played, and but yeah, it was wild. Gary Gate was there.
Oh, was he playing?
Yeah, he played with actually 3 of our members. Yeah, it was 3 members, and Gary Gate was one of the foursomes. I'm like, that's fun. And it was a great event. The coach spoke before both of the shotguns, and I could just run through a brick wall for this guy. As soon as he opens his mouth, it's like, all right, let's go.
Yep.
I'm all in.
I'm gonna get these guys so many waters today. I'm gonna clean the hell out of these clubs.
Yeah. But awesome event. It was great to have them all out. And Byron Washington, largest human being I've ever seen.
Is he gonna start? Are we looking forward to the Byron Washington experience?
I hope so. I mean, it's 6'7", 380 on the OL.
Gotta be a tackle. That's tackle size.
Yeah, he's a tackle. Awesome event. And speaking of, yes, Josh is looking up at the ceiling, and it was very funny. Our head pro, great guy, Dan Steinsdorfer. Well, he just went to Oakmont, brought me back a hat. He is not the largest guy in the world, kind of a sure. Pretty small build, slight build, and he was standing next to him and Byron said a few words before the second shotgun. It was literally a sentence. It was let's go SU, play some good golf, have fun, whatever. And one of our members, who this whole thing was organized through Myers Creek. Because they are huge with the SU football NIL and Feldmeyer, their parent company. So they were the ones that organized it. And Jordan Pollock, the director of operations at Myers Creek, was standing. He's a member at Bellevue, was standing right next to me. And Byron said those few words, and Jordan goes, "Give the pro a piggyback ride." And it was just so funny.
Did he?
No, he didn't. But it was a very funny comment, and a lot of people were laughing.
It was very funny. People laughed.
Yeah, so people laughed. We got to take a timeout. We'll be back. Much more to talk about when we return here on Outside the Box Score.
Do you have an invention idea but don't know what to do next? Call Invent Help today. We have representatives nationwide.
That's how you kill 17 minutes to start a show.
Buddy, it's a light news week, okay?
The next segment's just U.S. Open.
We got U.S. Open. Stephen A. Smith got caught playing solitaire last night during the NBA Finals. That's pretty fun.
I saw that.
He was like, did you see him tweet back? It was like, it was during a timeout, fool.
No,
or
I
assume
didn't
how
see
he
that.
would play it. Yeah, he was like, yeah, because that was during a timeout. Really tried to get me, sucker. And then it was a Grok checking it going, that is false. He is lying. It was not during a timeout. And then it shows the Snapchat video of him, mid-play.
Yeah.
Now, it does look like he's pretty paused at the phone, paying attention to the game. But, I mean, we've all been there. Come on. We're really going to give him crap? Because what? Because it's his job, his $20 million a year job?
Yeah, it's
to watch basketball.
And
he can play a little solitaire. Guy, it's been a long season, okay?
Yeah.
He wants to match up a couple blacks and reds. Let's let the guy do it. I don't know how solitaire works still again. I don't know. Lily, I need another lesson.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot that we taught you how to play solitaire. Shout out the original edition of Outside the Box Score, where we used to have a solitaire corner, and it was just teaching Josh how to play solitaire.
Spider, I'm all in on. I know Spider.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I know Spider. Solitaire, I bet you it'd take me 2-3 games to get back into it.
Yeah.
It's like riding a bike, probably.
Yeah, it's easy. God, I forgot about that. That was so funny. We're just gonna talk about the U.S. Open.
Yeah, we're gonna play. I'm gonna play solitaire for the second half of the show. Mark's gonna talk about golf.
Stephen A. Bohe.
Stephen, yeah.
Poor George. I'm gonna butcher this last name. Dwangmany?
What's that? How did he lose?
He went 86-89.
How do you come back after that 86, right? I mean, don't you just walk off? How old is that guy?
I don't know. I don't know anything about him. He doesn't have an A next to his name. He also doesn't have a picture. Yeah, we got nothing on this guy. Oh, that's a lot of squares on that scorecard. All right.
Just nothing. Now, did you also see the guy today who made the cut this morning? He had like 5 feet left. Makes it, you make the cut, you play the weekend. Miss, you're done. He came out bright and early, makes the putt. His family goes crazy. What a moment.
Oh, he's only 23 years old. Oh, but he hasn't turned pro. He doesn't have the A next to his name. That's weird.
He made a cut in his first event.
Yeah. Not going to tell me what event it was? Okay. Wanted to, actually find some information on this guy, PGAtour.com.
Woo! How about that NBA NHL finals, huh? Is it kind of BS that the NBA gets back-to-back Friday nights and the NHL gets nothing? I mean, they need it, though. NHL's been a much better product. I don't know if you're not watching hockey, if you're not a hockey guy.
I've been watching the series. It's been incredible.
What a fucking series. I know that is a hell of a hockey series going on right now. And anybody who's not rooting for Connor McDavid, go fuck yourself, okay?
I'm all in on the Oilers to win.
I got guys who rooting for the Panthers, specifically Burb, our buddy Burb. He's a big Avalanche fan who believes that McKinnon is the best player in hockey. It's fine. You can believe that. But let McDavid win one. Why would you root against McDavid? Yesterday, when he has a move that literally put a defender on his ass. Did you see this?
I did.
He's like, I didn't score. I'm like, McKinnon couldn't do that. I'm yelling at him, how dare you?
And we're back outside the box score with me, Mark Rowlands, your home for local sports in Syracuse, right here on the Score 1260. A lot of stuff going on in the world of sports. We can actually talk about other sports and not just our own golfing exploits, but in the world of golf. The best major is going on right now, the U.S. Open. We're watching it right now in the studio. Hideki Matsuyama currently on the tee box with what appears to be a 5-wood in his hand on the 253-yard par 3 8th.
It's like some heavy fog.
And rain. Not a great day at Oakmont.
Now the rain's come. I told you I was this close to buying a ticket. I was going to leave this show again. God, I want to get off this thing.
I wouldn't have even been upset if you texted me at 6 a.m.
I'm
on my way to Oakmont. I'd be like, sure.
I had a buddy. I felt like we had our to-go bags ready. We were like, if it comes down enough, but they just didn't quite. Even this morning, I was telling you they're like $270 a ticket. I'm like, still not low.
If it was $150,
that our number was 150, 200. I would have even let. If it was in the morning at 220, by the time we got down there, I would have done it.
Yeah,
but it's just not good enough. Because even like you leave at 5, 6 a.m. Takes 4.5 hours to get there, and then you got a full day. Leaders aren't even teeing off till 3:30.
Yeah,
so you can really make a day of it. But
Jim said Mark means best major, not counting the Masters. We were talking about this before the show. I prefer the U.S. Open. Now the Masters is, excuse me, the Masters has a different feel.
The pageantry.
Yeah, the pomp and circumstance. It's got the jacket. You hear the piano music. It's the first major. It's always at the same venue. It's the most well-manicured course in the world. Like, the Masters has it all.
Yeah.
Except for the carnage.
Yes.
And that is what I love about the U.S. Open. Is I love the fact that there was a 289-yard par 3 that Colin Morikawa had to hit driver on. I love the fact that Xander Schauffele and Rory McIlroy are paired together today because they both made the cut on the number at 6 over par.
Yeah.
I love that there are 3 guys in the red numbers right now.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Burns, J.J. Spawn, and Victor Hovland. 3 under, 2 under, 1 under. This is what major championship golf should be, in my opinion.
I mean, it's like a vibes thing, right? I related it to tennis in my mind, too, where, like, you talk about the Masters is like Wimbledon.
Yeah,
of
the
course.
Masters and Wimbledon are the same.
But if anyone really likes Wimbledon the most, it's not the vibe. To me, it's not my vibe.
Yeah.
I don't like the whole Richie Rich hoity-toity garbage. To me, I like a U.S. Open as well, and tennis even. It's just more chaos. The people are rowdier.
Yep.
Get some fun going. It's just a different vibe. I like the U.S. Open in golf as well.
And another part of it, and same goes for the Open Championship, for this as well. Part of the reason I love the U.S. Open is the idea that you can just play in it.
Anybody.
You can just qualify and play. And like I said, same goes for the Open. And I think that's really cool that I know people that tried to qualify for the U.S. Open.
Masters wouldn't let you near the course.
No. And the Masters, it's invite only. And I think part of it is, wow, that ground is wet. They just showed a slow-mo close-up of Rory hitting a fairway wood. And the first thing you see is just water coming up from the fairway.
Yeah, I mean, we said how happy he would be to just have missed the cut yesterday.
Yeah.
He does not look like a guy who's ready to play another 36 holes.
Tomahawked a 7-iron or whatever it was from the fairway.
Yeah.
Destroys a tee box or a tee marker. I mean, just...
Well, did you hear his comments? It's kind of like the exact opposite of what
Did
we
he make
thought on
comments?
the show. No. Apparently, yeah, like last week, he was talking about lead up to this.
Oh, yeah.
They asked him about how he did in the PGA and how he's been since winning the Masters.
Yeah.
And it was the exact opposite of what we said, where we were like, oh, now he's got it. He's in. He was like, no, I won my Masters, and I've just completely checked out. It's really hard for me to, like, get motivated to play.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, oof.
It
shows. It showed.
Rory, since winning the Masters, I never thought I would say this. Rory, since winning the Masters, has made me less of a Rory McIlroy fan.
I mean, he's given up.
The comments, the attitude, the one that really made me mad was the Memorial a couple of weeks ago. The Memorial is one of the most celebrated, well-attended events in golf for a regular tour event.
Yeah.
It's Jack's tournament at Murrayfield Village in Ohio. It's an incredible tournament, and Jack sat down with Rory before the Masters for 3 hours and basically told him how to win the Masters.
Yes.
He went through hole by hole. You have to hit this shot here. You have to hit this shot here. And essentially explained to him, and this is coming from the guy with 6 green jackets.
Yeah, he's kind of good at it.
So he knows a thing or two about Augusta National. And he sits down and has that conversation, and then Rory does it, and he wins the Masters. And then he skips the Memorial and doesn't even call Jack Nicklaus. That really made me mad.
Wow, how much longer is Jack going to be around? It's fine. He won't remember it. I know.
It's the opposite. How much longer is Jack going to be around? How many times are you going to be able to go to Murrayfield Village and, play in Jack's tournament with him on the grounds? And the most important figure in golf right now who's still alive is Jack Nicklaus. I'd say even more than Tiger Woods.
Yeah,
He's the all-time major leader. He's everything about. He's got the courses, with the course design, his incredible course design. He's got the all-time major record. There are 2 guys that when you talk about who's the greatest golfer of all time, it's Tiger and Jack.
Yeah.
It's the argument between the 2 of them. You couldn't even give him a phone call.
I mean, it's pretty messed up. He's checked out.
Yeah, that really bothered me. And I've always been a huge Rory McIlroy fan. I was living and dying on every single shot at Augusta this year. And I'm starting to be like, is Rory just a jerk? Like, did he win the Masters and his true colors came out?
You were bamboozled.
Yeah,
You might have been.
I might have been bamboozled, hoodwinked, led astray, to quote the great Stephen A. Smith, by Rory McIlroy for all these years. And I was still all in on him going into the PGA.
Mm-hmm.
And at Rory McIlroy Country Club at Quail Hollow, the place where he's had the most success in his career.
How do you do?
And he was checked out.
Yep.
And he seems kind of checked out for this, too, as he just hits a shot from the bunker that was an impossible bunker shot. I love Oakmont. And I don't know, man. I'm hoping the Rory that I grew up loving and admiring comes back, but I don't know. He might just be this guy now. Yep. And listen, he's a top 15 golfer to ever play the game. He's got the career Grand Slam. He's won a million tournaments.
Right.
He's, he's won the Tour Championship multiple times. He is one of the great players to ever walk on a golf course. And I think, I don't know, if he doesn't turn things around in terms of his attitude.
You listen to me, little guy.
No, but
no, I know.
it pains me to say this because that's my guy.
Yeah.
I've always been a Rory guy. And now all of a sudden I'm like,
The guy sucks.
Yeah,
he might suck. Like as a person.
Oh no.
Whatever.
Yeah, we got Pat in the chat.
Oh Jesus.
Mark, is Outside the Box Score hiring?
Pat,
no.
Pat, too many days at Saratoga last week? Are they looking to move? This guy took a week-long trip to Saratoga. What the hell?
Apparently we are anti-Grubhub now.
Oh Jesus.
Oh no.
Is that what he said? We're anti.
He said we are anti-Grubhub.
Maybe DoorDash is hiring.
Yeah, check up on DoorDash, Uber Eats, perhaps.
Yeah. Syracuse is great this time of year. If you need to come back,
he needs to clarify. I got laid off, not fired. So apparently the week and a half you spent at Saratoga for the Belmont. Yeah.
Been there, pal.
Yep. He just said DoorDash is actually way better. Guy was quoted in the New York Times talking about Grubhub. Now he's like, yeah, DoorDash.
Grubhub does suck. I will say Uber Eats even, by the way.
Never used it.
It's pretty fast.
I've always been a DoorDash guy.
I was looking at DoorDash the other night. I told you I was up on a drunken night, and I had, Burger King. We're looking at Burger King at 3 a.m. DoorDash, 45 minutes. Uber Eats, 30 minutes.
Oh,
I mean, that was a steal.
That's a steal.
Uber Eats is coming up. I might have to get on the Uber Eats train.
Yeah, I've never used it. I've used Grubhub in the past, but I've always been a DoorDash guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I used to drive for them too, so that probably
true.
Yeah.
Pro DoorDash.
Yeah. No, driving for them sucked.
Oh,
it was awful.
My sister's doing that now.
Is she?
I don't understand it.
Is the money any better than it was when I did it a few years ago? Because the money was atrocious.
No, I mean she's making like 20-ish an hour. Like it's fine.
Oh, that's way better than what I was getting.
Oh, really?
Oh, it was like maybe 11.
Oh yeah, okay. So she's making like $20 an hour, but like she's got a lease and she drives a lot. I'm like, what are you doing? What?
Yeah, on a lease, that's.
You also work 2 jobs.
Yeah,
she already works 2 jobs. So
that's strange.
she can't be home. I don't know if she's getting hit or something. I don't know.
I don't know. Hope not. Hope everything's okay.
Sure.
We do have to take another timeout. We'll be back in a few minutes here on Outside the Box Score. Pat, I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. Jim said, moral of the story, never go on vacation long enough for them to not notice you're gone.
Well, I'm really sticking it to mine. So I was out with the concussion.
Yeah.
I used up basically every sick day I was available to use.
Mm-hmm.
I was out for almost 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then I come back. And now, Marky, we're in a situation where I've had some time off to take. There are 10 days left in the month of June that I have to use them all. I'm off for 5.5 days in the next 10 days.
Are you really?
I'm working 2 days a week, basically every week for that. Screw that place. I'm out. I'll be out soon. I hate it.
You're going to get out, right?
I will, yeah. Like people are like, oh, what are you doing? You know, raises are coming. There's no goddamn raise. It's all pipes. Me and Pat are starting a PR company. Pat, put it on the books. We're working it. You know what you're doing. Just Hire me. I'll be there. We can do something. We'll figure it out.
I know some people.
Yeah, Mark knows people. Whatever the hell that means. We're in. Or whatever Pat does. It was PR, right?
Something like that.
Yeah. We can do that.
Yeah, you guys can do PR.
Right. We're people. We're people. We please the people.
Pat just said, let's build.
We're building. With a mind like him and a work ethic like me, we'll take it in a month. By the way, whatever schmuck wrote this, I don't think Connor Hellebuyck received the Hart Trophy. The Hart Trophy is the MVP, no? He didn't win that.
Let's see.
A 2.0 goals against average? He also received the Vezina? He won both? Is that right? Is this schmuck right? Rob Finger? I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. I used to do that. I shouldn't call out again.
Yeah, Hellebuyck won the Hart this year.
Wow. First time he had it. First time since Carey Price in 2015.
Yeah.
Carey Price, alcoholic. Good for him. He's getting help now, though.
Oh, that's good.
He's got a...
Yeah, I mean, it is rare. It's very rare for a goalie to win the MVP.
9.25 save percentage and goals against a 2.0.
Ooh.
Got him the Hart. Yeah, I guess that's enough. Winnipeg, best team in the West, yeah.
Pat said they gave me 3 months of severance, so I'm just going to chill in Saratoga all summer. Yeah.
Hell yeah, buddy.
Your father chimed in. He did win both. He also won the Vezina.
How the hell does he know?
I don't know. Pat said he might be home next weekend. Come on the show. Josh won't be here.
That's true. I'll be in Cincinnati. I was talking to a guy this week at work. I was like, so what are you doing for the summer? Got any big plans? He goes, yeah, I'm going to Mexico. He's got this trip in Mexico planned. He goes, oh, and I got to go to Columbus for something, some bullshit. I'm like, yeah. He goes, Ohio fucking sucks. I'm like, yeah. He's like, what about you? I go, I'm going to Cincinnati. Yeah, I'm going to Cincy next weekend. Ohio fucking sucks. I don't want to be there. Yeah. I was like, yeah, that's my big trip. Big trip planned.
Is someone who's been to Ohio multiple times now.
It's
all right.
That's what I said. I've been to Cincy. It'll be all right.
Yeah.
The drive of Friday and then immediately back the next day, that'll be fun. We're driving.
So is the Pittsburgh trip,
it's in. It's going to happen.
It's in? Okay.
Yes. So thank God we'll drive down Friday, spend the day in Cincy Saturday, and then we're coming early back to Pittsburgh by 1:00 game.
Catching the
Pirates game, even if it's just a couple hours.
Yeah.
Just 2 hours. The tickets are going to be $30, $40,
yeah.
I'd imagine. So it'll be fine. It'll be a good time. They're playing the Rangers.
Yeah.
Who cares? It's not a Skeens day, I don't think. I'll check, but.
Outside the box score, what's your name? Where are you calling from? Hey, Jamie, I'll throw you on hold.
Let me look when Skeens does pitch.
It would be cool if it was a Skeens day.
Yeah.
And we're back outside the box score with me, Mark Rowlands, your home for local sports in Syracuse, right here on the Score 1260. And jump over to the phone lines. Jamie, the FedEx guy, chiming in. Jamie, what's going on, my man?
Hey, Mark. So first thing I want to say is I'm going to throw out a challenge because Josh sounds like he's a golfer like me. I always try to break 100. I only golf once a year, sometimes, if I'm lucky, 3 or 4 times a year. But I'm not bad for a guy that hardly ever plays the game, and I love it. So how about this? If we can set this up, possibly Mark and Josh first, the man-child, and Jamie the FedEx guy.
That would be a match for the ages.
Is Lurch good? Is man-child good?
He's a solid player. We're probably about the same.
Okay, I'd be in.
Yeah. Lurch is a solid player. That would be a match for the ages. For now, for another 14 days, the Score 1260 matchup. But
is he counting down the days?
Well, it's June 28th is his last show.
He's pretty public about that.
Yeah, okay. He's Brent Axe wrote an article on Syracuse.com about it.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah, it was very nice of Brent. It was funny. I caught up with him on Monday. He went to Bellevue to cover the Syracuse tournament, and he had just found out. He was like, "Lurch texted me this morning. I can't believe it." I was like, "Yeah." Always good to catch up with Brent, but Yeah, Jamie, I would love to make that happen. I think that is a match that we need to make happen. Maybe we might be able to do like a home and home. Have one at Camillus, have one at Bellevue, because his home course, my home course. I think we can do this, Jamie.
We're gonna have to get a new cart if we go to Camillus. So I'm gonna need a superpowered cart.
Have we told that story on the show before?
I think so.
Just to recap, because I think it's hilarious. Josh and I were playing Camillus, just the two of us, a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And we are going up the fifth hole, which anyone who's played Camillus Golf Club, the fifth hole is a par 5 with a big dip in the middle. So it's a big downhill and then a big uphill. And we're going up the hill on 5, and the cart did not make it.
And then one of us got out of the cart.
One of us had to get out of the cart. I'm not going to say which one. And so one of us got out of the cart, and then magically the cart was able to make it up the hill. So
I think either one of us getting out would have done the trick. But
yeah, but yeah, that is something that happened, and that was the round that Josh holed out for eagle.
That's right.
So
that's right.
It was a very memorable day at Camillus.
Yeah, and then I had to call in today because you guys got to talk about the French Open. What a final that was. Holy cow.
Did you watch any, Mark?
I was unable to catch any of it, but I saw 5.5 hours.
Yeah, I watched every point.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I'm sure Jamie watched it.
Incredible comeback for Carlos Alcaraz.
Pundits everywhere, easily top 3-5 match of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The level, too, it just never dropped. That's like the greatest thing about the match is that like it almost got better as it went on, especially Carlos.
Yeah.
Carlos was playing like a freak, and some people were like, well, it was pretty anticlimactic because he just crushed the tiebreaker. And I'm like, I mean, he was winning. He was hitting winners. He was just playing at a freakish level. It was great. And as a Carlos rooter, I mean, I'm rooting against Sinner now for the rest of the time.
Yeah, screw him.
So I was happy.
Yeah, I was thrilled with the outcome. I wish I was able to see the match itself, but I mean, coming down from 2-0, he was down 2-0, and then was it 4-1 in the third set?
No, he went up 4-1 in the third. Third set was fine.
Okay.
Fourth set, he faced match points, saved match points.
Yeah,
in the fourth,
okay.
And then wins.
Yeah. I knew it was either the third or the fourth set, but just an unbelievable comeback for Carlos Alcaraz. He is, I mean, I know he's been around for a few years now, but he has officially arrived as the guy.
Yeah,
now,
especially on clay.
Especially on the clay.
Yes, indeed. And like you said, that fourth set, he was down 5-3, and he was down triple championship points. That's why it was an awesome comeback.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. That's this guy in. He got like the baby Nadal nickname because of his dominance on the clay, but he can do it on any surface. Too.
Yes.
Like I'd say he's probably the betting favorite going into the U.S. Open.
Wimbledon next.
Or Wimbledon, yeah.
He won it last year, though.
Yeah, so he's probably the betting favorite going into Wimbledon.
I don't know. Probably still Sinner.
Really?
To be honest with you. Probably. He's just number 1 in the world. I mean, I don't know. Maybe. But on grass, I'd bet it's Sinner.
Yeah. Yeah. For the power, that makes sense. But it's I love watching Alcaraz play. He's my favorite guy to currently watch on the tennis court.
All right, sounds good, fellas, and we'll go through our channels to make that golf match happen. We'll get it. We'll cross the I's and dot the T's, and we'll make it happen.
Yeah, my people will talk to his people. We'll make sure we get that going, Jamie. All right.
All right, sounds good. Have a great day. Have a great weekend, fellas.
You too, Jamie. There he is, Jamie the FedEx guy. Always has a tennis nugget to chime in with, and that golf match would be very fun.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel a little insulted that he said we're about the same and he plays once a year, but I do get what he's saying. I mean, I broke 99 at Bellevue. I hear you, Jamie. I get it. But
yeah, I mean, you can break 90.
Yeah. I mean, the goal is break 100 on any course, not just at Bellevue. But yeah, I'm shooting for 90 most rounds.
Yeah.
I hear where he's coming from. Mm-hmm. We preached that I broke 100 this term, made it seem like a pretty big feat, so I understand it.
Yeah, but no, I've seen you shoot in the high 80s.
Yeah, no, that's happened.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for it though. That'd be great. I've never played with Lurch.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. So we'll make sure we make that happen. Maybe turn in some content. Who knows?
We do content. Well, Pat's got time to come out and film us.
Pat's got time. back, grab a camera. You're gonna launch our YouTube golf career that Josh and I have discussed as the dream job for both of us is just being a YouTube golfer.
I do nothing. I'm just here for the personality.
Yeah.
So I'm not the golf guy.
No, we could be Bob Does Sports except without a good golfer.
That's right.
Just a mediocre golfer and like a couple of also mediocre
Every
golfers.
great channel you follow is a complete carbon copy of another one. Never a unique idea. So don't worry about when you're thinking about what do I want to create. Just completely copy something out there. It will work.
Yeah.
It'll definitely work.
It'll absolutely work.
For sure. You'll be a millionaire. Okay. Just do the exact same thing that a very successful person decided to do before you, and you'll become a freaking millionaire.
You might become a billionaire.
Yeah. You're gonna get sponsored by Grubhub. Okay.
Listen, when those Manscaped checks start coming in, you're gonna be
true.
You're gonna be cruising, baby.
Oh.
You're gonna be living large once those movement watches sponsorships.
Yeah, dude. Ridge Wallet? Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah.
Wait, how do you get them sponsored with like you could get an Eagles Ridge Wallet?
Yeah,
wouldn't that be sick?
It would be awesome. I mean, well, actually, no. We're going into the golf scene, so Tacoma.
Whatever that is.
Our phone lines are open.
Yeah.
Tacoma Golf. If you are you not familiar with Tacoma?
I don't know who Tacoma is, but I'll take it. What are we doing?
It's a golf brand. They make
I thought
irons.
it was the trucks.
No, they make irons and stuff.
Tacomas?
Yeah, Tacoma.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
No, that was good. That was good. It went over my head for a second, and I was like, oh wait. Good joke. On that laugh riot, we're gonna take a break.
It was funny. People laughed. Not here, but they laughed.
People laughed. We'll be back after this on Outside the Box Score. Yeah, Tacoma is the like Grant Horvat like plays Tacoma irons and like the Bryan Bros. Like they went out and signed a bunch of YouTubers to like promote their irons. They're direct to consumer. You just buy them on their website. Like and yeah, that's the big thing in golf right now. Is like, oh, you're with Tacoma. Oh, like,
yeah. Junior showed me these Burb, maybe the Brian golf things the other day. I don't care for their content. They're too good. They're too good.
Yeah, they're very good golfers.
He was like,
Wesley Bryan won the RBC Heritage.
Oh,
yeah, he won on tour. No, not the one at Harbortown.
Oh.
RBC has two tournaments. They have the RBC Canadian Open, and they also have the RBC Heritage, which is at Harbortown in South Carolina.
One of them qualified for the U.S. Open or something. And they said, or they were in deep in qualifiers.
Yeah, they both went to final qualifying.
Jeez.
Yeah, Wesley Bryan won on tour.
Yeah, I mean I don't care for that type of content.
They are fun. Like Wesley's funny.
Okay.
George is kind of like the straight man most of the time, but Wesley just talks shit and he's really funny. Jim says Mark almost on time with breaks today with Josh here. No, we're still behind. We're always behind. We started talking about the U.S. Open and it just turned into me complaining about Rory McIlroy's personality. We didn't even talk about the U.S. Open.
I had to pull up tennis stuff from this week because I thought Jamie was going to badger me about tennis, but I had to do a quick recap on everything.
Random complaint.
Hit me.
I'm tired of Jimmy Fallon.
What do you do now?
Yeah, it's just I'm tired of
Just
his
in general?
shtick. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like Jimmy. I think we've talked about it. Like Jimmy was kind of my boy at first, and then I'm kind of over it.
Before he got the Tonight Show, his show was really good.
Yes, late night.
Yeah, late night with Jimmy. It was very creative. It was really funny.
Mm-hmm.
And now he just does like the same shtick. Like, it's always like, yeah, it's the fake laughter. It's all that.
It's too much.
Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah, I don't like it. And it feels weird to be like the Tonight Show, but also talk shows are a dying breed.
They are.
Late night talk.
And we're back outside the box score with me, Mark Rowlands, your home for local sports in Syracuse, right here on the score 1260. I didn't even end up actually talking about the U.S. Open, so I'll just give a quick leaderboard update. Sam Burns in the lead at 3 under par, J.J. Spawn at 2 under, Victor Hovland at 1 under. They're the only three in the red figures. Then two guys tied for fourth. Adam Scott, really nice tournament so far for the Aussie, and everyone's new favorite golfer, Ben Griffin.
Yes.
This guy's a stud.
I'll tell you, my favorite thing about looking at the leaderboard on Saturday is that there's no more South Africans, because those guys, there were too many of them. First 2 days, there were far too
Tristan
many.
Lawrence is tied for sixth.
Yeah. Keep him down there. There was him. There was like 4 other of them.
John Bezaden-Newt is tied for 12th. Oh, yeah, then there's not another one for a while.
There was like 4 in the top 5.
They're the only 2 that made the cut.
Really?
Yeah.
Disaster course. Thursday, I swear there was like 4 in the top 5, 6.
Yeah, there's only 2 that made the cut. Eric Van Rooyen missed the cut.
Good.
I
don't know what my beef is.
Jacques Crushwick.
Jacques Rousseau? I'm kidding.
That's probably a better guess than what I just put out. I've never heard of that guy before. But yeah, so only 5 guys even or better than everyone else is over par. I placed a wager yesterday.
Oh boy. Benny boy?
He is currently tied for 8th.
Scotty.
He's 5 shots back. No. Brooks Koepka is looking at the guys in front of him like a fox looking at a hen house.
You think he knows their schmucks?
I mean, Ben Griffin, Victor Hovland, those are the ones where it's like, okay, when they're at their best, I got to really play to beat these guys. Mm-hmm. But he's looking at J.J. Spawn after that blow up at the Players in the playoff.
Mm.
He's looking at Thomas Dietrich and Russell Henley and Victor Perez and that Tristan Lawrence guy. And he's like, oh, yeah. And when Koepka gets that look in his eye during a major, watch out.
When's he tee off? 1 something?
251.
Yeesh.
Yeah. And then, of course, Scotty Scheffler is 7 shots back, and that's not nearly enough of a lead over Scotty Scheffler. I don't care if it's the U.S. Open or not. If you are Sam Burns and you are only 7 ahead of Scheffler on Saturday, you're like, man.
Scotty looked to be pretty distraught on the practice green, or not green, the practice range the other day.
Yeah.
He was getting into it with his hitting coach.
Scotty is not playing his best golf.
No.
Which we've seen him not play his best golf and win a tournament by 3 before. So
that's fair.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, he's easily the number 1 player in the world right now. It's not even a conversation. So I look at him and I look at Koepka.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not even a big Koepka fan, but you cannot deny that guy plays a different style of golf in majors than he does any other tournament. So I just, he was plus 2,200. Throw a little waiver on Brooks Koepka.
Okay.
To win the U.S. Open.
Okay.
Why not?
Sure.
So I did that yesterday, but it's always a great time at Oakmont. Love this course. Love this tournament.
If you're out there, maybe you got a large sum of money coming, from a severance or something.
Yeah.
Put it on Brooks Koepka.
Put the entire severance.
How much of that went on your
Brooks
exacta last week? Trifecta, sorry. But I'm pissed. I missed it. I would have definitely ridden. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Saratoga Pat.
Saratoga Pat's a problem.
Yeah.
It's
that boy was getting the week long though. He's probably talking to so many guys. You think about Baeza this week?
Yeah.
You think about Baeza? I think he could finish 3rd. I think he could place.
The guy knows the ponies.
He does.
Saratoga Pat knows the ponies. If they speak to him. Yeah, he is the horse whisperer. Not that stupid show that was a show, wasn't it? There was
Ghost Whisperer.
There was the Ghost Whisperer, but there was also a horse whisperer. Is that a book, maybe? I don't know. I'll look that up during the break because we do have to take one more time. Be right back on Outside the Box Score. '98 film, The Horse Whisperer. directed by and starring Robert Redford. Based on the 1995 novel. See, I knew that was a thing.
Robert Redford. You said he starred in it?
Yeah, directed and starred in it. You're a Robert Redford guy?
He was great in Civil War. You know, I'm talking about the Marvel one?
Yeah.
But no, I mean, what's the big
Yeah,
one?
also,
All the
it's
President's Men?
the Winter Soldier. It's not Civil War.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's-
All the President's Men, The Sting, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid,
Yeah, no, I feel like I got to really go through his discography. I haven't seen it.
Jeremiah Johnson.
Are you Jeremiah Johnson?
It's a good movie.
I like this. Adam sent me this on Twitter. And it's just a Billy Madison clip of him laughing at
Yeah.
Eric. And it's saying amateur golfers watching the pros struggle to make par at the US Open. That's gold, Jerry. I had some guy last night tell me, if he caught it earlier, who was at my house. It was him, the Nazi. He was talking to me. He was like, yeah, you know, I guess all the stories you tell us, you're kind of like George Costanza. And Emily starts bursting out in laughter. And I go, I'd like to think I'm more of a Jerry, more main character. And he goes,
And we're back outside the box score with me, Mark Rowlands, your home for local sports in Syracuse, right here on the score 1260, joined by Josh Costanza Boheme.
it's an honor to be called Costanza. Let's be honest here.
That's a great shout.
I was like, he was
you are very much
Yeah.
the George Costanza of my life.
I like Costanza.
Yeah,
I was happy.
Listen, some would argue that
Yeah.
George Costanza is the funniest character on Seinfeld.
Funniest? Yeah, I think so. I mean, Kramer's up there.
For me, it's Kramer.
Kramer's
but
pretty funny.
some would argue that it's Costanza. So I think
Kills his
that's
wife. By being a cheap bastard. Something I would do.
Yeah, maybe.
Not intentionally.
No, not intentionally. Absolutely not. But just forget or something. And it's like, oh, I forgot the medication. Oh, no. Oh, God. Yeah, I think you are a Costanza-esque figure. And I say that as an intense compliment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I took it as a compliment.
Yeah, good.
As the people around me laughed and bickered, I took it as a proud compliment.
I think that is a compliment.
Mm-hmm.
We should probably mention the fact that the NBA and Stanley Cup Finals are going on. Both series tied up at 2 games apiece.
Sure.
Thunder winning last night, 111-104. What a game that was. Pacers absolutely blowing it in the fourth quarter.
Wow, the Pacers were Scott Foster, man. Scott Foster got the call.
The extender was there. The series extender, Scott Foster, was in the building. So, and
SGA,
he was doing some work.
SGA is the king of the push-off. It's actually crazy how different basketball is officiated from. I mean, most sports gets a little tighter come playoff time. Basketball is crazy. The fouls get called every possession basically during the regular season, and then the game is just all toughness come postseason. It's actually stupid to watch. I don't like watching basketball in the playoffs at all. I really can't stand it. NHL though, the exact opposite. It loosens up, real tighter. Less penalties.
Yep.
Guys get to go more at it, and it's more fun.
And that's a great series. Panthers, Oilers, like I said, tied up at 2 games apiece.
3 out of 4 games went to overtime.
Yeah, it's been an unbelievable series in the Stanley Cup Finals.
Do we get another game from them tonight? Or
tonight, 8:00 on TNT. I need McDavid to get one.
Oilers favorites at home.
I was hoping they'd be a dog.
Yeah.
I was really hoping they'd be a dog.
It's even.
Even?
From 110,
yeah. Yeah, I'll probably take that. I need McDavid to get one. Every time I watch this guy, he does something that I'm like, I've never seen anyone do that before. He is unbelievable to watch.
Yeah.
If I wasn't such a devoted Seattle Kraken fan, and if I were to jump on a bandwagon once again in the sport of hockey, I would be the biggest Oilers fan.
If you end up leaving Edmonton, you just follow him.
Yeah.
That's your out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I am a huge Connor McDavid fan.
Yeah.
This guy is, he really is unbelievable, and I can't wait to watch that game tonight. Like I said, 8:00 p.m. on TNT. That does it for the show. I'll be back next week. Josh won't.
Nope.
But I'll be back next week, same time, same channel, 11 a.m. right here on the Score 1260. Peace.